Hello, hello everyone. I hope that you are all having a wonderful day. It is finally time to do an empties video. I've been doing these about once every 3 months, mostly just because it takes me a little while to compile enough interesting empties to talk about. Like, I don't go through every single empty that I empty out in my life. Just, I don't know, the things that I feel are interesting. So hopefully you find them interesting as well. I have a mix of makeup and skincare, and there might be some hair care stuff in there. I actually don't remember what's in that bag. It's just time to talk about whatever's in there. Today's tea of the day is a delicious Dragon Pearl black tea. I'll have the exact one linked down below. It has very nice cocoa notes. Okay, let's begin. Right here on top, I'm seeing an empty of the e.l.f. Makeup Melting Cleansing Balm. I pretty much always have one of these in my empties. I've said this before, but I will happily say it again, that I think this is one of the best, if not the best to me personally, makeup melting balms you can find, and it's so much more inexpensive than many of the ones out there that are popular. I like this one more than the Clinique. It's just not as thick as like the Clinique ones and other ones that are popular kind of balms like that. I feel like it melts your makeup off easier and better without as much rubbing, and it's unscented. So if you're someone who likes to try these, you know, why not? I highly recommend this one. I have not changed my mind about it. Oh, here's a sunscreen. So this is one from Eucerin. This is the Age Defense SPF 50. So when I first tried this, I really thought it was a bit much. It's very thick and hydrating. However, over the past several months, my skin loved this. I really enjoyed using it this winter. So if you're someone with very dry skin and you need something that is very, very hydrating, I would go for this. If you have oily skin, I would say skip this one. This was a bit much for oily skin. Oh, here's a random big giant bottle of soap. So this is the Dr. Bronner's Castille soap. I heard someone say this was the best for like washing brushes, so I went and bought a big giant 32-ounce one. This lasted me a very, very, very long time. At this point, I do think it's fine. It's decent. It's better than the regular baby soap that I'm currently using for washing out brushes, but I do think the best actual brush soap I've ever used is the ones that come from like Beauty Blender and stuff. I feel like those ones, like the solid cleansers, actually work the best for getting makeup out of makeup sponges, but this did work fine. Okay, here we get down to the makeup. It was down here at the bottom of the bag. So I recently finished off my Kosas concealer. I have really gone back and forth on this concealer, and it did end up making it into my favorites last year, which was such a surprise. They recently came out with minis of this, which previously I was saying that I would never buy another one just because I was so stressed out trying to finish it before it went bad. However, since they came out with minis of this, whenever they release my shade in the mini, I will definitely be picking up the mini. I don't think I'll pick up the full size again just because I completely neglected my other concealers while trying to finish this, but I did really enjoy it. It was very, very creamy and hydrating under the eyes. I enjoyed the gel-like texture. If you have this and you haven't been able to make it work for you, try using it with a wet sponge, not with your fingers or with a brush. I found that a sponge made it look the best. Anyway, the final consensus on this was that I really like it, and if they ever release my shade in a mini, I will be getting it again. I use the shade 2.5C for reference. So this is from Seraphine Botanicals. It has been in my collection for a very long time, and this was just in my project pan. There's an itty bitty bit still in the bottom of this, but I'm willing to count it as an empty now. I had this open and using it before I realized I had COVID, so I'm unwilling to put the little tiny remainder at the bottom of this back on my lips. Seraphine Botanicals, I feel like it's just like a Ipsy brand. I mean, I know it's not an Ipsy brand, but that's the only place I've ever seen it. But I gotta be honest, I like their products. I think that this was a really nice kind of a gel lip gloss formula. They call it a vegan lip gel. The shade I had was Rose Currant. I'm not gonna seek it out and use it again, but I do think it was nice. Oh, here's something I really, really liked from Flower Beauty. So this was the Petal Pout Lip Mask. For a while, I was wondering what was going on with these, and I think I saw them back in stock again. So for a while, I thought maybe they were getting discontinued, but I don't think so. So my only gripe with this is if you do use it every morning and every evening like a true lip mask, it will very, very quickly finish. I think it was a little over a month and this was gone. I had the shade Sangria. However, I do really think the formula is quite luscious, thick, the type of lip balm that will really stay on your lips for a long time, doing its job hydrating. And I really did feel like it helped heal up my lips. So lovely formula, you just don't get very much in here. I finished off a mini of the Park Ave Princess bronzer. Woo, it's all gone, yay! So Tarte has two versions of this, the matte one and the glowy one. This was the glowy one. I liked it. It didn't have big chunks of sparkles in it. It was a very, very low-key glow, and I really enjoyed that. I didn't think it was too pigmented. I prefer a much more soft-looking bronzed look. and I was easily able to accomplish that with this. That being said, this mini lasted me a very, very long time. A full size would probably, I don't know if I would ever finish it. I do have others that I like more, but I have nothing bad to say about this one. Ooh, my favorite mascara, it's all finished. So I've talked about this a lot on my channel, the Tower 28 mascara, so I don't feel like I need to go too in-depth with it, but this is one of those mascaras that does all the things. There's lots of mascaras that try to do all the things, but this one actually accomplishes it. I have not repurchased this yet because I currently have a lot of mascara in my backup drawer that I need to go through, including some that I know I really like. So just know, even though I'm not featuring this on my channel for the next few months while I go through other mascaras, it doesn't mean it's been replaced in my heart. I really, really love this one. I won't be purchasing it again until I make another order from Tower 28 whenever they have a sale. And I'm hoping at that point they will have minis I can purchase instead of buying a full size. Also, I do not think that this fully lasted a full 6 months for me. I noticed by around the 4.5 month mark it was getting pretty dry, and I really scraped as much as I could out of there to make it last for 6 months. So another reason why I think the mini would be better. The Lorac eye primer that I have finished, this was just okay. I felt like some very creamy eyeshadow formulas, like the ones from Beauty Bay, those would still crease a little bit on me despite using this. So to me, it was not the best one out there, but on regular formulas like ColourPop, their powder formulas, for instance, it worked fine. But I won't be seeking it out again. Oh, here's something that I really, really liked. So this was a micro brow pencil from Billion Dollar Brows. So this was the Brows on Point waterproof micro brow pencil. So I know Billion Dollar Brows, they have a lot of different pencils, which is why I wanted to make sure and let you know exactly which one this is. And this was in the shade Taupe. So it was a very micro brow pencil, which is what I prefer. And I thought the shade Taupe was a really, really good tone. If you have, you know, an eyebrow shade similar to mine, you would really enjoy that particular shade. I do think it could work for someone with lighter brow hairs as well. It's kind of a good in-between tone that could work for variety of eyebrows, and I like this a lot. It reminded me a great deal of why I enjoyed the Benefit one so much. And this particular brand, I've been seeing a lot of it at TJ Maxx, and I keep looking for this pencil again, and I haven't seen it since. I'm not even sure where you can get this. Maybe some Targets. I've never seen it at my Target, but now that I know how much I love this, I would definitely reuse it again. I finished off one of the Sugar Advanced Therapy lip balms from Fresh. If you've never tried one of these before, they are very nice. They are very melty. This one is my favorite. It's not tinted at all. Just know, again, that if you use it every day, it does go by pretty quickly. These do come out in sets and things for the holidays, so if you've been interested in trying these, it might be worth just waiting for a little set. They are kind of a nice splurge. They're nice lip balms. I think that Briogeo is becoming one of my favorite hair brands. I've gotten a variety of products from them over the years, from like sub boxes and stuff, and I have such a hard time personally spending the money on a product like this. But I have to admit that it is very noticeable what it does for my hair. So this particular item from Briogeo is the Farewell Frizz Blow Dry Perfection and Heat Protectant Cream. So I currently am using another like blow dry cream, and it's not as good as this one. This one smooths out my frizziness, but still my hair retains its body. It doesn't make it fall flat, which is a problem I often have with creams like this since my hair is so fine. So yeah, this is on my list now of hair products that worked for me, and I really loved the scent. If you've never used Briogeo products, they are very scented, just to make you aware. I have been seeing some Briogeo products on the rare occasion at a TJ Maxx before. I'm definitely gonna be on the lookout for this one. Here's another hair product. So this was the Garnier Fructis Texturizing Invisible Dry Shampoo. I did not think this was nearly as good as the classic Batiste dry shampoo. I would say skip this one. Just go with Batiste. Ooh, looks so tiny. I finished off a lip liner from Essence. I like these. What do they call these? The soft contouring lip liner. They no longer have the same shades that they had in the past, and I haven't tried their new shades to see if it's the exact same formula. I just know that I really, really enjoyed this one. It was soft enough to draw on without pulling and tugging at your lips, but they did wear fairly well. And one of these pencils lasted me a very long time, despite actively trying to use it. It took me 13 months to get through one pencil, and previous to that I had used this a lot already. So just know these wooden pencils really get a lot for a very small amount. I feel like these are like $2.50. Limited shade range, but if you can find a shade you like, I would suggest trying it out. Oh, and lastly, I have a hand cream from Spongelle. Skip this. This was truly not good at all. I was really expecting something more luxurious because Spongelle has those really nice body scrubs, but ugh. This was not hydrating at all. It was not good, especially this winter when my hands were super, super dry. I was looking for something to really retain moisture in my skin, and this is one of those lotions that it just disappears and doesn't do anything for you. So yeah, I would skip this brand for hand lotion. All right, that is it for now. So I'm going to put on the screen the grand total of today's empties. If you've tried any of these products, make sure and let us all know down in the comment section. I love hearing everyone's different experiences with these products. It makes it so much more interesting. So thank you again so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I hope that you have a great Monday, which I think that's the day I'm putting this up. Whatever day you're watching this, I hope you're having a great day. I'll see you next time. Bye.